multi-dimensional creatures, right? Because we live in a multi-dimensional world, we ourselves have to be multi-dimensional, right? What I mean by that is the purpose of life for us is not linear, right? Like everything that we do has to be multi-dimensional, right? Uh, let's talk about one problem that people have, right? The financial problem, right? What is our financial problem, right? Our financial problem on a day-to-day basis could mean like like we have to work a 9 to 5 and we can't resolve to have enough time to enjoy our time here in life, right? So we can, which just means we don't make enough money to free up our time to have that time available for us to do whatever the heck we want to whenever we want to, right? So that then and there, that lies a problem, right? Now, would having money issues be a linear problem or a multi-dimensional problem? Right? You got to ask yourself that question, right? Because the answer is very simple, right? You look at your situation, right? You ask yourself, will a 9 to 5 job be able to help you free up your time to pay off all your bills and everything you put before yourself up to this point in life and get you out of your worries so that you can allot yourself for that time and freedom to do whatever the heck you want and whenever you want to without having to worry about money? No, the answer is no, right? And if the answer is no, that means you haven't built enough wealth for you to do that, right? Now, how do you solve that problem? Well, you have to acknowledge that you have a multi-dimensional problem versus you thinking you have a linear problem, right? Okay, so how do you solve this problem if it's multi-dimensional and it's not linear, right? So most people will say, well, it's easy, right? Pay off all your bills and then just save, right? That's how you build your wealth. Not necessarily true because growth grows exponentially, right? And if you have a multi-dimensional problem, how many linear problems go into that one financial problem you have, right? You have a work issue, which is, you get paid for the time that you work, right? So, time sacrifice for money, right? That's linear, right? But even if you did that, you won't be able to pay off all the bills that you have, right? So how do you solve that problem? Well, people say, well, you need to be able to have multiple streams of income. Well, how do you do that if you can't even solve one problem of not being able to, fulfill a 9 to 5 job, right? You can't. That lies in itself the issue, right? So I'll just leave it at that for now. I guess the next lesson after that will go ahead and help you brain program yourself to think within the box, but start thinking to resolve some of the issues that you might have. You know, just trying to get out of that situation that you're in, right? That's all I have for you tonight. Have a good night. Peace.